So you're trying to start an OF agency or you're trying to start any sort of online business, but every time you go to work, you sit down, you focus for 10 minutes, you start working, and then notification. You're just on your phone, oh, just check this quickly, check the notification. So you check the notification, and then you end up swiping on a reel, and then 3 hours later, you're like, oh, probably should go to bed, I've got work tomorrow. I guess tomorrow I'll work on my business. And then this continues for 5 months. This is what used to happen to me for, I'd probably say, like at least a year. My focus would be absolutely awful. So I'm going to tell you some like super quick fixes, some really boring stuff that you should be doing, you should be doing, and some like kind of darker, kind of messed up things you can do to improve your focus when you're trying to start a business. So let's get the boring stuff out of the way first, and then I'll tell you the good stuff at the end. Obviously, if you're scrolling reels or any sort of short form content that absolutely destroys your brain, and it does, you sit there and watch reels for half an hour and then you stop and your brain is just like fuzzy and you can't think. So obviously, stop watching all short form content. Simple as that. And then I know I just use shorts as an example, but pretty much everything like that is destroying your focus. So if it's eating sweets where you're just spiking your dopamine and your insulin levels and then crashing super hard, or you're playing video games for 4 hours as soon as you wake up, you're having a wank, like all bullshit like this that's like fun, makes you happy, you don't have to put any effort in. All of that is absolutely destroying your brain, so you're not going to be able to focus. You already know this, I already know this, I don't need to tell you anymore, but any of these bullshit things you shouldn't be doing because you already know. So instead of that, how's some boring ways that I can quickly improve my focus? Well, you're going to hate me because everyone says it's online, they're going to go, oh, you need to meditate, but it does work. Even if you can sit there for 3 minutes and meditate every single day and slowly build it up, your brain will start working a lot better, and you will be able to notice when you're going to do something you shouldn't be doing a lot easier after you've been meditating for a while. So the only way I actually managed to stay consistent with this is I found some app called Medito, and it just basically walks you through the meditation. So you can just put it on 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, however long you want, and they'll just talk you through the meditation. They'll tell you how to do it. You don't have to like sit with your own thoughts because someone's guiding you through it. It's really nice. So get on Medito, bang that out every day, and your focus will get a bit better just from that. And then secondly, anyone that does this one, it's going to completely change how well your brain works, and probably double, triple, 5 times the amount of work you can get done just by waking up, not eating any carbs, not eating anything at all, just fasting for, say you have like 2 hours of work to do, just don't eat for 2 hours, it's not that hard. Just wake up, black coffee or whatever, I'll tell you some other stuff you can take in a bit. Wake up, no food, work. Because if you go eat a bunch of cereal, all the blood's going to go out of your brain, which is where you need it, mate, go to your digestive system, and you're just going to feel sluggish and tired. You know this already. Like every time you eat, you're just like, oh, I just want to lie down, all this. Don't eat before you have work to do. It makes perfect sense. Wake up, start your work, eat after. If you have to eat early in the day, just eat protein and fat. Don't eat any carbs. If you eat carbs, your insulin level's going to spike up, and then you get loads of energy for 10 minutes. You have like a sugar rush, all of this, and then you'll just come crashing down, and you won't want to do any more work. Low carb diet, don't eat before you work in the morning. Another thing, I always say good habits can be bad. If you're waking up and smashing a heavy leg workout or going on like a 10-mile run, when you come back, you're fucked. There's no way you can come back and have the same focus you did if you've just stressed your body out that much and just used all of your energy on working out instead of doing your work. So I always leave the workout to the end of the day because then your brain's fucked anyway, and then you can go fuck up your body all you want. So instead of working out straight away, just do your work first while your body's fresh, while your mind's fresh. Get as much as you can done before you have to go to the gym, and then once your work's done, then you can go to the gym. Instead of waking up, getting like one good thing done, yeah, going to the gym feels good, it's fun, coming back and just lying around all day and not actually doing anything productive, but you feel like you did something because you went to the gym. Lots of successful business owners like More Plates, More Dates. He says this, he follows it. So try it out, you'll see. I'm completely right. But yeah, I'm just gonna work out in the evening now. Like, this makes total sense. So that's the main sort of like obvious stuff that you can just quickly change. Now the next thing is what sort of like substances, what can I take to actually just improve my focus quickly? What's a quick fix? And I've actually got here lion's mane, which apparently is a mushroom, who knows? But lion's mane mushroom, you take that, it's kind of like anti-ADHD. It's like Adderall, but it's just from a plant and it's like completely safe and it's good for you. If you take that, I'd say like your focus maybe 25% better, 20% better for a few hours. You take that, you'll definitely feel it. So this one definitely works, lion's mane. Google it before you take it, but it's completely safe. And then if you're using caffeine, If you have a coffee every morning, don't have it with milk, just have black coffee. There's carbs in there. Take this as well. Take L-theanine, because if you take L-theanine and coffee together, all the negative effects where you're like shaking and like your brain's going everywhere, all of the negative effects of coffee get taken away by taking L-theanine. So if you take them together, you get all the benefits. You feel alert, you feel awake, your dopamine's boosted. The L-theanine takes the edge off and just gives you like constant, steady focus, and then you don't really drop off really quickly in energy. It's just like a slow come down through the day. So if you wake up, take lion's mane, have a coffee, take one of the L-theanine, you'll actually feel your brain's actually working functioning. Like, oh my god, I can actually just sit here and just focus for an hour or two, and it actually kind of feels nice. Those are three kind of healthy options that won't really mess you up. I know caffeine, it's not great for your digestion, so you might want to look into that. But these ones, I wouldn't use them every day. I'd use them like 1 or 2 days a week just to get like the most benefit from them without them wearing off. Because if you take them every day, it's just going to feel normal. It's like everything. If you do something every day, if you eat the same food every day, you're not going to be excited about it. You drive the same car every day, you're not going to be excited about it. You have the same girlfriend every day, you're not going to be excited about it, are you? It's just going to be normal. So save these for the days that you really want to focus on something important coming up, or use them for a week, take a week off, or same as a month case. Just play around with it. I know some of you are just going to take it every day because you think, oh yeah, it's going to help. That's fine too, have fun. And then I wouldn't recommend this, to be honest, but if you're smoking or if you're vaping, just stop that. Get nicotine pouches. And obviously it's just nicotine, it's not, I mean, there's probably some other chemicals in there, but it's not like tobacco smoke, or it's not like all the bullshit that's in vapes. It's pretty much just a slow release of nicotine that you can pop in for an hour while you're working, and you're gonna get way more focus from that than just like constantly vaping or anything like that. And it's not gonna harm your energy and your actual health nearly as much. And the interesting thing about nicotine is apparently the addictive part of nicotine, if you take that, it really reduces the symptoms of ADHD, which I'm pretty sure 99% of us these days will be classed as having ADHD just from messing ourselves up using technology and all of this bullshit that's in the modern world. I'm not saying take nicotine, I'm saying if you already use nicotine, if you use a vape, if you smoke, switch to them because they're way better in all areas. And they're much easier to quit too because you're not like hitting something all day. But if you're trying to eat more and you're trying to like get bigger in the gym and stuff, definitely don't start using nicotine, because I used to be much bigger. I used to be like 5 kilos heavier. And since I'm using nicotine, it just cuts out the need to eat. You just don't feel like you're hungry that often at all. So you can just basically replace your food with them, which is really, really bad. And I wouldn't recommend, unless you're really overweight, then maybe you want to get on the nicotine, but I'm not recommending it still. It's probably still not great for you. There's coffee, lion's mane, nicotine, L-theanine. Now, I have a friend that like is actually diagnosed with ADHD, and he's like, if you meet him, you can kind of tell he's got ADHD, and he's taken for a while Ritalin, which is an ADHD medication. It's like an amphetamine, like it's a pretty serious drug, and he's taken Ritalin, and obviously Ritalin lowers your symptoms all the way down. So if you like think you actually have ADHD or you're diagnosed with ADHD and really can't focus, maybe you can try Ritalin. But when I went to Asia, you could buy it in the pharmacy. It wasn't prescription, and I took it. And basically, what Ritalin does is you get like a big burst of energy, and you could focus, but all your creativity is gone. It just turns you into like this thing that can do a task. You can maybe like do some simple task for like 12 hours. But if it comes to, say, you're a video editor and you've got to like figure out the edits and put certain stuff in and be creative, you won't be able to think of anything. So if your work's creative, I wouldn't recommend it. And just overall, it's kind of dirty. Like it's definitely not good for you. So if you have really bad ADHD, maybe you can go get prescribed for Ritalin, but I would just stick with like lion's mane, L-theanine, caffeine, nicotine if you have to. Don't move on to the heavier stuff where it's like, oh, I'm going to take Ritalin now, I'm going to take Adderall. It's basically like Adderall. Don't take any of that stuff. And I know people say like modafinil's good. It's probably the same like Ritalin. I don't know what's in modafinil. I haven't tried it. I don't want to try it. You probably shouldn't try it. It's probably bad for you. It probably doesn't even work. So I don't have any experience with that. But this is pretty much everything I've used to help scale an agency to 100k a month in revenue. So if you want to get a full breakdown of my routine and everything that I take, not just for focus, but for other things, there'll be a list in the free Discord in my bio. So check that out if you want to learn more, or if you want to learn more about the business we run.